Happy spring, Aries. Enchantress here, master weaver of mystery suspense thrillers, as well as broadcaster of astrology. First, I'd like to say thank you for lending me your ears, your eyes, and your time. I know it is valuable, and I do appreciate it. So I will be sharing content with you that will help the collective move toward their highest aspirations. If you would like to know more about Enchantress, the author, you can just hit the down bar below. And I have my websites there for Facebook, Amazon, Instagram, my website. Everything you're looking for is down there in the down bar below, as well as the link for the healing chakra beads, which was what I promoted last month in March's video. This month, I want to see one of my coworkers. I want to see her reach expand beyond Clarkston. She makes sun catchers, and she made this for me, by the way. It's beautiful. It's actually beautiful. She made it custom for me. She actually has a book on the bottom. I call her Calico Kitty. She actually put a kitten on the bottom as a joke. And she even has my zodiac sign printed there on the bottom. So if you guys, can you see it? So if you guys would like to get one, a sun catcher, because it's perfect for spring, just go to the down bar below. I'll put her Facebook page there and you can message her. Okay, so now that I've gotten all of that out the way, let's get into why we're here. We're covering Aries season as well as the entire month of April, okay? Aries season covers March 20th through April 19th. It's a cardinal fire sign ruled by Mars, the planet of energy, challenges, and sports. So it makes Aries a fiery, competitive sign. They're always up for the challenge. And like the ram, they face their opposition head on. Even though they are very competitive, it does not take away from their fun and their passionate side. They actually come to the party, ready to have fun, really with a confident and direct approach. This season, we might be tempted to be a little too aggressive. So let us take one step back before we move forward and think or not take one step back, but pause and reflect before we move forward so that we don't seem too impulsive. So use this boost of vitality, though, to work on something that you're passionate about this season, because new projects are calling. Spring is here. It's time to usher in a new energy. I say that in consideration of what we have going on right now, which I can't really bypass. We have the coronavirus that is going around right now that's devastating some families. So while we're keeping them in our thoughts and wishing them well, do not let this time, even though you're in the house, do not let this time hold you stagnant, okay? Just because the world is on pause does not mean you have to be on pause, okay? My people, use this time to move forward. So that way, when everything goes back to normal, you're already there, okay? I implore you, okay? Make use of this time. Now, let's get into some of the major transits to see where our planets will be, okay? We know that Uranus is in Taurus. We talked about this, and we will be talking about this for the longest because it's going to be there. It's not going anywhere. Right now, it's toggling between the 2 and 6 degree mark, and it moves past 6 degrees in May. So right now, any planets that you have in Taurus, Cancer, Capricorn, or Libra between 2 and 6 degrees, you will feel this transit more so than everyone else. And Taurus reigns over your values, your money, your resources, which are free to progress right now. So if you have any planets there, in Cancer, Capricorn, and Libra, as I said, and Taurus, you'll feel those transitions in your values, your money, your resources more than the collective. Now, with Cancer, Capricorn, and Libra, they are actually in opposition to the sign. So you really want to kind of look at your chart. If you don't have it, you can go to Cafe Natal Astrology or cafeastrology.com. And you can get that information for free. So you can see exactly the degrees where you have those signs. So you'll know how they will affect you. Okay. So be looking out for that. Cancer, Capricorn, and Libra, and Taurus between 2 and 6 degrees anywhere in your chart. You're going to feel major shifts in your values, your money, and your resources. Now, the sun enters Aries on March 19th, and it'll stay there until April 19th. That's when it'll go into Taurus and be there for the remainder of April. Vesta, which is a dwarf planet, it enters Gemini on the 21st. It's a time where bright ideas can take shape. Okay, so you want to get out there and you want to network. With Gemini and Vesta, you'll be thinking more analytically than emotionally. Just be discerning as to where you implement this business mindset. You don't want to, let that spill over into home and find yourself dealing with your mate more analytically. Okay, you don't want to do that. You do want to be able to have your heart center open. So remember that. On April 27th, Mercury transitions into Taurus, where communication becomes more sensual and sexy. You may receive love messages from unexpected places. Remember, Uranus is in Taurus. Okay, so shocks and surprises can come. This is a time where strong stances will be taken in matters, serious and or otherwise. So try to look at all perspectives when communicating and try not to be too rigid. Now, Venus, planet of romance, finances, abundance, pleasure, it enters the mutable air sign of Gemini on April 3rd. You might find yourself attracted to someone who is intelligent or well-versed. You'll be feeling talkative, even flirty, but it all depends on, who stimulates your curiosity, which should be interesting. Now, Mars, the planet of energy and challenges, it enters it enters Aquarius on March 30th, and so returns your confidence. So you'll be moving forward, accomplishing goals and tasks with determination. Intuitive ideas can propel your career forward at this time. So if you happen to get an idea, write it down, because just as quickly as they come, they can go away. You can forget them. So I'll touch on that a little more about how it affects your sign in the individual scopes below, as well as the Pluto Jupiter transit. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, so we talked about this last month, and I'll just grace over it again. Jupiter is quintile Chiron, aspecting Capricorn and Aries on March 23rd. That's the day before the new moon. Okay, so karma's at play. Fated events can take place during this time. And being that Chiron is the wounded healer that aspects our health, mental, physical, and emotional, even spiritual, you will be feeling, you may have shifts or changes that happen during this time, whether it's you taking on a new exercise regimen because you're stuck in the house and can't go anywhere. So you got to exercise at home. Or if you're just basically developing a completely new outlook on life as it pertains to your health, mental, physical, and emotional. It's the perfect time to put exercise regimens into place, as I said, because many of us are quarantined. And even if you're not, it's always good to maintain your health, so you want to look at that, or you will be looking at that anyway around that time. On April 4th, Jupiter, planet of luck and expansion, is conjunct Pluto, the planet of rebirth, renewal, resources, debt, taxes. Pluto deals with all of those things. Okay, so it's going to be conjunct Jupiter, both of them at 24 degrees. And this actually is a major alignment. This major alignment will happen 3 times this year: April 4th, June 30th, and November 12th. You'll feel compelled to accomplish your goals and your dreams. Utilize this power, because Pluto is all about power. Utilize that power to bring your aspirations into fruition. It's coming to the forefront. Your ambition is coming to the forefront in a major way. Note these days down to tap into your passion and your drive so that you may achieve your greatest goals. Okay, I got to slow down a little bit because it seems like I'm being a little too impulsive now. So let me woosah. I'm excited about, everything that's going on and all of the information that I am giving you, because I know the ways in which you can utilize it to make your life better. Okay, so please take heed. Okay, Saturn moves into Aquarius and out of Capricorn on the 21st. Okay, I'm doing this video on the 22nd, so this has already happened. It'll stay there until July. It does create challenges for some of the signs, but don't panic, because challenges can be overcome, because where Saturn is moving from, where it's leaving, you have the release in that area. Okay, so Saturn is the planet of restrictions, responsibility, even karma, good or bad. Okay, so your actions help how karma plays out. Okay, the work you've put in and the way that you carry yourself, the things you're doing, the energy you're putting out into the universe, all of it determines the karma Saturn brings upon you. Okay, you already have positions in your chart, but like I said, or I didn't say, but we have free will, and that determines the outcomes that we get in life. Okay, so don't just get discouraged because Papa Saturn is hanging around. He's just there because he wants to make sure that you do what you're supposed to do. Okay, so that you get the best outcome, so that you have great rewards bestowed upon you. Okay, that's the way I see it. That's the way I look at it. Pluto, the planet of rebirth, renewal, and resources, goes retrograde in Capricorn on April 25th through August 4th. Whew, that'll be a woosah time. You can take all of that you've learned and you can put it into place. Okay, because with Pluto going direct, that's like power. You're forging ahead. You're gaining information. You're putting out work. You're accomplishing goals and things like that. Once it goes retrograde, it's time to take all of that stuff that you've learned and put it into place for even bigger. Okay, for later on. Okay, so you'll have until October to work on all that you've attained. Now, the full seed moon on April 7th is in Libra. Okay, so the spotlight not only shines on Libra, but any houses you have in the sign. The full moon is a time of illumination and culmination. Things may come to a head during that time because Libra deals with judgments, cases. So are you expecting a judgment in a case or the resolution of a situation? Because that can very well come around that time. Now, the new moon on April 22nd is in the fixed earth sign of Taurus. It's the time for new beginnings. The new moon calls for you to start new projects. Okay, the season is in full gear. Spring cleaning applies to your home and your life. So apply it. Now, if you didn't notice, Libra and Taurus are the moons in April. They're both ruled by Venus. Love rules this month, as well as finances, because Venus deals with finances. Finances will be a huge focus this month for the collective. Now, let's get into your individual scopes. Venus, the planet of pleasure and finances, romance, love. It joins Uranus, planet of revolution, shocks, and surprises in your financial sector as winter comes to an end. Winter has come to an end. We're now in spring. Okay, so this is the focus right now. Monetary surprises are very, very possible for you. Mercury, the planet of communication and skills, even sales, is in your sign from April 11th until April 27th. So you'll be feeling like a social butterfly. Communication brings rewards and surprises. So, get excited about it because it's definitely coming. Okay, it's time for you to get some recognition, Aries. You deserve it. Mars, as I said, it's the planet of energy and challenges. It enters Aquarius on March the 30th. Okay, so while you have the fortitude to get things done, minor irritations may affect your circle. Okay, so like I said, try not to be too impulsive or pushy. Working well with others can become a challenge, but if you release ego, you'll come out looking much better on the opposite end. Okay, or when this ends, this transit ends, or this push from Pluto, pushing so hard, once it goes into retrograde, you'll be looking so much better if you took the time to drop the ego. Okay. Now you have a couple tidbits from March's newsletter, which is the sun entering your sign on March 19th. That means it's already there. It's exalted in your sign. It loves being in Aries. Okay. So this is a wonderful time for you. Mars is lighting up your career sector, giving you that recognition in career, bringing you money in career. And there was one more thing. It's going to stay there in Capricorn until the end of March, and then in April. I think that might be it for you. I mean, the major focuses for you are money and really getting along with those around you, and working well with others. Saturn enters Aquarius on the 21st. That's good news for you. And the new moon on the 24th, tomorrow, is in your sign. It'll bring new beginnings and opportunities your way. So enjoy it, Aries. You deserve it. Get excited about it. I know might be a little difficult at this time because of everything that's going on in the world. But like I said, focus and get things done. Okay? You're getting the recognition you deserve, and I'm happy for you. I'll see you next month, Aries. Bye.